To webinar series 3, okay, organized by Training and Development and the Faculty of Art and Science. So this is our third series, right? So the first one was SPSS, the second one was the challenges in online learning, okay, by Mr. Chua Kiman. So this will be the third series, all right? So for today, it's not really a training lah, more like a demonstration, more like a sharing on how you can use your Canva for collaborative, not really collaborative learning, but I just want to show you a few a few functions provided by Canva, whereby you can use it as a collaborative tool, okay, for your assignment and things like that. Okay, so for those who haven't joined Canva using education account, so I would just like to direct you to that, okay, that particular features, right? So make sure that for those who don't have a pro version, right, if you do not want to pay a lot of money for Canva, then you can sign up as teachers. Right, so what there is no difference between Canva for teachers and also Canva for pro, because what happens is that you're going to get the same thing. Okay, you're going to get the same element, the same non-restricted usage of elements, photos, and everything. But the only main difference is that, for example, like let's say if you create an ebook, which we are going to discuss at the end of the session, you are not allowed to sell the book. So meaning that you can only distribute the book for free. Because for education, right, for example, like let's say if I create a new design, okay, if you look at the license term and condition, okay, when you use any paid version, which is now become free lah under teachers license, it's stated very clearly that it cannot be distributed for commercialization. Okay, I just want to share with you. Right, sorry, the network is a bit slow this morning. Because I have a few website running, so maybe because of that. But this is too slow. Right, come on. Okay, let's say if I want to take a photo. Okay, this is so slow. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. Photos. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all the elements in Canva. I think you guys are very familiar, even more than me. I just want to share a few things lah, the thing that really triggers me. Okay, for example, like this, Canva free for education. If you click the information button, that is stated here very clearly: don't sell, redistribute, or take credit. You cannot use this media for commercial purposes. So at the end of today's session, I'm going to share my experience on how to create an ebook, and then you can sell it via a marketplace created by USM. So in this case, I'm going to publish my book as a free product. Okay, so meaning that I just going to give my ebook to the public for free lah, because I'm using all the elements, all the pictures and everything from Canva. So just to protect myself from any legal action, so we have to do that. So if you want to sell for commercial purposes, so what you can do is that you can subscribe to Canva using the Pro edition. Okay, so for those who haven't created your education, just go to canva.com, search for education, Canva for education, and then just sign up. Then you can get your education education account prepared for you. But let's say if you don't have an edu.my or any .edu email, you can still use your personal email. Just that Canva will ask you to upload maybe your staff card, staff ID, and things like that, and maybe or later of confirmation that you are a staff or a teacher in one particular institution. Okay, so that will be it. All right, so for today, I'm just going to focus on one thing, how to create a class in Canva, and then how can you share your assignment with your student. Okay, so let's say this is my education licensed product. Okay, so what you can do is that just go to account setting. Right, so for those who are joining me today, maybe if you can open up your Canva and then we can do this together. So if I'm going really, really fast, which usually I will do that. Okay, so just stop me for a while and then we can do this together. Okay, now go to billing and team. All right, go to billings and team. And then if you go down here, so basically Canva is trying to create a integration with a few LMS. Unfortunately, not with Open Learning yet, based on the list that they give us. So for today, I'm just going to demo you with Google Classroom, and then also how can we do the same thing with Open Learning. All right. So just create a new class. Okay. Create a new class. So what happens is that every time you create a new class, Canva will create sort of like a virtual account for you. So what happens is that the design that you created in each class will be confined only within that particular class. So you don't have to be afraid that your design might mix up with your personal account and everything, okay, or mix up with the other classes.
John, the create the new class is only for Canva Education, is it?
Canva Education, yes. I think for Canva Pro, I don't have the opportunity for Canva Pro because I don't have the account for it.
Is it the same as create a new team?
Yeah, should be the same.
Okay.
Okay, so for education, they use the word class code maybe. All right, so you can create your class. So let's say I'm going to say my demo class 2. My demo class 2, and then you just create your new class. So basically it creates sort of like a virtual environment, or basically like a new box, new sandbox for you to play around. So if you look at your account statement at the top here, okay, if you click it, then you can see there are 3. In this case, I have my personal, I have my previous classes, and now I have the new classes created for me. Okay, so this is what we call sandbox lah. So meaning that you don't have to be afraid that your design might mix up between the classes and also your personal account. Okay, now, so once you have created your classes, what you will get is this. You will get the name of the class at the bottom of your left-hand side menu. Okay, you will get the name of the class at the bottom of the left-hand side menu. So this is basically the dashboard for your class. Okay, now my class is empty. So now let's add people. Okay, now for Open Learning, at this moment, the only way we can add people is by sharing the invitation link. Okay, there are 2 ways lah for you to do that. You can either share the invite link, or you can manually insert the email of all your students. Okay, but for those who are using Google Classroom, you can just import from your Google Classroom directly. So for example, in this case, I'm going to import from Google Classroom. Okay, just choose your Classroom account. Okay. Right, so I have my class already prepared for me, demo class Canva already. I already pre-prepared the name of my class in Google Classroom. Okay, and then automatically it will import the 2, all the students from my classroom. So in this case, I only have 2 students, all right? Or you can just add another. Okay, for Open Learning or for any other LMS, you can just copy this link and then share it with your students, and then they will join in. So what happens that when you send the invitation, then the student will receive an email. Okay, the student will receive email asking them to join the class. Right. So once they join the class, then you will get the list of the members at the bottom like this. All right. So for student view, let me. Okay, I'm going to switch multiple browser here so that we can get some comparison. So okay, for example, like this is a new student. So, okay, for example, here, Muhammad Rizal has invited you to join a class, and then when he joined the class, he will need to log in using the same email address that he used for Google Classroom or Open Learning and whatnot, and then you can join the whole thing. All right, cool. So that's on how to add members to the class. Okay, now why do we need to add members to the class? Because later on I will show you there are multiple ways for us to share an assignment or a design with your student. Okay, there are multiple ways for us to do that. So That's why we need to have the class. Even though if you refer to your design, whenever we create design, we can actually share with individual people like what we do with our colleague and everything, right? But in this case, we want to invite by bulk, or we want to share with multiple people at one time. So we create class, or we can create team. Okay, so this is how we do things lah. Alright, so now we are done with our class setup. So now I have created a class. I have add new member to my class. Okay, now let's start our first assignment. Okay, so I have pre-prepared one assignment here. Okay, so okay, let's say this is my assignment. So for example, like this is I'm teaching coding, all right, and then I'm asking them to write a pseudocode for a computer program, blah blah blah, right? You can know for you can for example like art critic or how to say an essay on something like that. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, you can use all the worksheet available in classroom. Okay, even though if you search for worksheet, it is more lenient towards secondary or lower school lah, macam more to kids kind of worksheet, right, like this. So you can create your own worksheet lah, basically. Okay, you can create your own worksheet. So in this case, I create my own worksheet here. Alright, so now I'm going to share you a few ways how you can do this collaboratively with your student. Okay, now method number one. Method number one will be you go to the three dot. Okay, before that, make sure that you lock your element. Okay, in this case, I have locked my banner. I have locked my statement. Okay, there is a lock button on the top right hand side. Okay, so use that. Even though the student can actually unlock it, but let's assume our student will not unlock it. Okay, and then I prepare a space for them to start write their answers. Okay, so what you can do is that you can go to the three dot. Okay, the first method, you can use assignment. Okay, so I'm going to click assignment. So I'm going to say, please do this assignment. All right, and then next, then you can choose your class. Okay, you can choose your class. So in this case, since this design belongs to class My Demo A, so only Demo A will appear here, right? So the rest will not appear, right? In this case, be careful. Choose Can View. Okay, do not choose Not Share. If you choose Not Share, then the student cannot access the design. And you should not also use Can Edit. If you select Can Edit, meaning that the student can edit the original template. So in this case, Can View. All right, and then you publish. So when you publish, what happens that the student will receive an email and also a notification via Canva. All right, so in this case, let's see the student. Okay, so this is my student. Receive an email, say Canva, Muhammad Rizal has shared a new assignment. So start my assignment. So he will see the template, he will see the instruction. But in order to do the assignment, I will need to click start my assignment. Right, so now I'm logged in as a student. So as you can see, when I log in as a student, there's a button here, send to teacher. Okay, this is where the interesting part comes in when I start to play around with this particular Canva thingy. Okay, let's say if I send my answer. Okay, let's say begin task 1, task 2. Okay, and then I send to my teacher. Okay, send to teacher. So I'm going to select my teacher. Let's say if I have multiple teachers, so sir, I'm stuck. Is review. Okay, so send. So when you send, you submit but not yet finalized. Meaning the final version can only be done by lecturer. Okay, in this case, we just submit, and then the student will wait for your approval. Okay, the student will wait for your approval. So now back to the teacher view. So if you go back to your home, okay, if you go back to your home, and then you go to classwork. Okay, and then you will see one submission from one student. Okay, so one submission needs review by student 2. Okay, so this is from the first assignment. So what we can do, we can see his personal message and then his work, then we can start send review. Okay. Okay, I'm going to switch off my camera. Just in case it can make the whole thing faster. Right? Sorry about that. Okay, so in this case, this is my student's answer. Right? This is my student answer. Okay, so now let's say you want to assist him with the assignment, meaning that you this is where the collaborative effort come in lah for me lah. If you ask me personally, then you can give. There are two ways for you to give the review. One, you can give via comment over here. Okay, for example, like step one is missing one condition. Okay, please have a look. And then you can say hint. Okay, view my notes on this topic. Then you can put in a link or something like that. Then you can put in comment. Okay, or you can click review, and then you can write your review here. Don't press return. Return meaning that you accept the submission the submission as the final submission. You click give feedback. So when you give feedback, then the student is allowed to edit and then submit more changes in more changes lah. Okay, now I'm going to put the student. So I'm going to put the lecturer and the student side by side. Okay, now you can see that. Now the student can see my comment. Okay, so every time the student do any changes, it will also appear on my screen. But I imagine something like this. Let's say if I want to do a simple exercise in class where everybody have access to Canva, then we can do this in class. We can so meaning that you can, what happens that you can enter individual submission, and then you can view their tasks as they are completing the work. And then you can submit your, let's say if I want to give second comment, let's say if I'm still not happy, I want to give a second comment. Okay, let's say, sorry, I need a bigger screen. Yeah, I'm searching for the comment button. Okay, all right, good effort, but please elaborate more on step 3, for example, comment. Okay, and then the student will get it immediately. So I think this is a very good features by Canva. All right, so you can have this collaborative mode with your student as they are doing their work, right? As they are doing their work, they can get a feedback on the spot. Okay, they can get feedback on the spot. I think the same things the same thing applicable for Google Classroom. Just that Google Classroom, the student need to submit the whole thing, and then only you can comment, right? And then back and forth, and then it is only in PDF format. So in this case, let's say if I do not want to use comment, let's say I want to assist the student. So what happens that I add a new shape. Okay, for example, like this is okay, let's say I put one shape here. Okay, just to assist the student. So meaning that the comment, the review, the assistance that I'm going to give to the student is not only limited to comment like this. Okay, text-based comment. I can also put pictures. I can also put shape. Everything from Canva, I can just put on the student's canvas. So we can play around. Okay, help the student to achieve the desired outcome for the assignment. Okay, now let's say everything is okay, everything is good. Then what you can do is that you can go back to your classwork, right? Go back to your classwork. Oh, sorry, review. So let's say you accept this as the final submission. So what you can do from review, you just click return. Okay, you just click return. So meaning that will be the final submission. Design approved. Okay. So if you go to your classwork, if you refresh it, then you get this final product approved. So you just need to give mark for this. Okay, you just need to give mark for this. So that will be method number 1, assignment in Canva. Okay, now let's say I'm using let's say I'm opening another assignment. Okay, so the same assignment. Okay, but this time I'm going to use the second method, which is Google Classroom. Okay, I can also use Microsoft Teams also. Okay, Google Classroom. So in this case, I'm going to log into Google. So what happens that Canva will connect to our Google Classroom. Okay, so I need to change my account first to lecturer. So when you connect to Classroom, then Google, Canva will be asking you which class, and then you want to assign this as what? As question, announcement, create material. So let's say I'm going to create this as an assignment, and then I create Go. So automatically it will open Google Classroom assignment homepage. So this is another nice features by Canva integration with Google Classroom. So let's say this is assignment 2. Okay, please complete this. Okay, please complete. Yes. Right. And then assign. Okay, you can assign marks, due date, and things like that lah. The normal thing that we do in Google Classroom. Okay, and then you assign. Okay, so when you do this method, what happens is that the student can just go to Google Classroom. Okay, so I'm going to go to my classroom. Okay, log into my classroom. Go to demo, go to classwork, and then go to my assignment, view the assignment, and then same thing. It will direct the student to the Canva, and then use template. So as you can see here, method 1 and method 2, what happens that you create a copy of the template of the assignment template for each student. So you don't have to worry that the student will be using the same document, because each of them will get a different copy. I think the same thing in Google Classroom. When you assign a PDF or document or whatnot, you can actually create a copy for every student. Okay, create a copy for every student, so they will have their own copy without lapse with other student. Okay, without lapse with other student. So what you can do is that in order to differentiate the student, you can just ask them to change the name of the file. For example, in this case, one individual two. So when okay, let's say I send to teacher, right? Send to teacher for review, right? Then back to my design Canva, classwork, there. So at least I can differentiate lah. Even though I can see the name student 1, student 2, but for better identification, you can ask the student to put their name as the name of the file. Okay, so there are two methods here, right? So one, we can use assignment, share as an assignment, or you can use Google Classroom. Okay, for those who are using Open Learning, this will be method number 3. Method number 3 for Open Learning, you just click share, all right? And this one, make sure don't choose scan edit, choose scan view. Okay, if you just can edit, you are allowing the student to edit the original template. Again, we do not want that because it will overlap, right? So we want each student to have their own copy of the assignment template. So choose scan view, all right? And then copy link. Okay, and then copy the link, and then you can put it in Open Learning. But actually the student, after you have assigned can view, actually the student can view the assignment directly from their Canva. Okay, so let's say this is my Canva. Okay, this is my student Canva. If I go to my my class name at the bottom here, sorry about this. Okay, if I go to my class name, actually if you look there, it is already given to you. So let's say if I go here, and then I need to make a copy before I can do any edit. Okay, so for Open Learning, there are two ways, all right? You can either just simply share and then tell the student to log into to Canva, go to the name of the class, and then click the template and then make a copy. One. Number two, what you can do in Open Learning, you can copy the link, right? Copy the link and then paste it in Open Learning. Right. For Google Classroom, you don't have to do that. You go straight ahead here, Google Classroom, and then share. Okay, so this is for individual assignment. All right. Any feedback or any questions? Any further explanation on any particular part? So this is for individual assignment. Okay, you can do that. Right, clear? Superb. Alright, so it's quite
Alright, Rizwan. Okay.
right, yeah. So it's for me lah. It's quite nice. I like this because at least it allow me to give student. You can use this as one of the activity during synchronous classes lah. Alright. There are other alternative. We can use whiteboard.fi, whiteboard.chat. We can use Jamboard in Google. Okay. We can use Jamboard in Google. But the problem with that is that it's quite heavy lah. It's quite heavy. Alright, it's quite heavy, and then sometimes you need to move from one page to one page, right? For example, from Google Classroom, go to Jamboard and things like that. But if you use Canva, I think it's quite straightforward. Now you can just use one particular app to give advice and everything. So you don't have to move from one page to one page, or from one canvas to one canvas lah. It's quite straightforward lah for this one. Okay, so this is for individual assignments. So now let's look for group. Okay, now for group, there are, it depends on what do you want to achieve. Okay, let's say if you want to have, okay, for example, I have another template here. Okay, let's say if I have 5 group, okay, I have 5 group or 3 group, but I do not want them to be working on individual template like what I do for individual assignment. Let's say I have one template and then I want all the 3 group to be working on the same document, using the same document. Okay, using the same document. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So let's say this is group 1, this is group 2, this is group 3. All right, so I want them to do on the same page, to do on the same original template. So what you can do is that you can just click share, class, edit. Okay, click share, class, edit. All right, and then copy the link and then put it in Google Classroom. Or okay, for this method, you cannot go to Classroom and do it, because if you do this, it becomes an individual assignment. Okay, in this case, we need to click copy the link, go back to Google Classroom, and then create the assignment manually. All right, or go to Open Learning and copy and paste the link manually. So in this case, what happens is that when you give the authority for the student to edit the original file, okay, so when I log in as a student, okay, when I log in as a student, so if I refresh this, okay, if I refresh this, you can see here, group 1. So when I click this, so press edit. Tell the student, don't make a copy, but press edit. So what happens is that, let's say if I have 5 group or 3 group, so everybody will be using the same file. So the best thing about this is that as they are working in their own template, okay, I can view them directly from my screen. Okay, because I ask them to send to teacher first. Okay, make sure that they send to teacher, so that I can enter the template anytime I want. So let's say we are having a discussion. So let's say this is topic 1, this is topic 2, this is topic 3, assigned to group 1, group 2, group 3. So as they are working, as they are writing and whatnot, you can view it from your side, and then you can give individual comment to each group. Okay, so this is another collaborative effort that you can do with your student. So for those who are, there is a possibility that another student will sabotage the other student, and they go to the other group, delete habis. Okay, you can do that. No worries. You can, but of course, when anybody do that, their name will appear, because as they move around, you can see who are currently editing the template. The name will appear, MR, DR, and things like that. Okay, but let's assume our student will not do that lah. Okay, so this is one way, meaning that one file shared by multiple party or shared by multiple group in one file. So that will be method number 1 for group. Okay. The other method for grouping is that you can do individual template lah. Okay, for example, like let's say in this case, I have one group here, so I can create group 2. Okay, let's say I'm going to have a second group assignment. So I have group 2 team A, group 2 team B, And then let's say I have another one. So make a copy. So I have group 2. Sorry. Group 2, say team C. Okay, team C. Okay, so what you can do is that open individual one. Okay, let's say group 2 team A. Okay, group 2 team A. So what I can do, I just share. Choose edit, no worries, choose edit, right? Choose edit, and then you copy the link. But when you copy the link, you assign the link to different group. Okay, let's say in your open learning, let's say in your open learning, you can say, okay, for group 1, okay, this is your link. Okay, for group 2, okay, for group 2, you just go back to your go to team B, all right, copy the link. Same thing, share, make sure that it is edit, all right, and then you copy the link, and then you send it to the student. Okay, done. Okay, done. Or if you use Google Classroom, okay, if you use Google Classroom, you can go to Google Classroom. All right, let's say we try this again. Group. Okay, I need to change my account. Okay, go to demo Canva class A. So let's say create assignment. Go. Right, so this is katalah, let's say group assignment A. Okay, group assignment 2, team A. Okay, but when you assign, make sure you assign a specific student. Okay, let's say you remove everyone, then you just choose student for team A only. Right, and then you repeat the whole process for team B, team C, team D, and whatnot. Then you can get what happens that in Google Classroom, you will have multiple assignment. Actually, it is one assignment, but assigned to different group. Right, so when you do that, then they will get their own template. Okay, they will get their own template. Right, so that's how we do for group assignment. Okay, so I repeat myself, for group assignment, if you want to use one template for all the groups, then you just share the link. Okay, you just share the link for one particular design. Okay, share the link for one particular design. But if you want for each group to have their own template, what happens that you can just duplicate the template and then share the link of individual template to individual group, and then they will be working on that particular template. Okay, it's up to you what will be the objective of the assignment. So this is one thing that I like about Canva for education. Another thing is that for content planner, okay, let's say this is new. Okay, they call it content planner. I do not know when this appear in Canva. Suddenly it is there. Okay, so what happens that you can actually pre-assign your assignment. Okay, let's say you already create your design. Okay, you create your design, everything already done. Then you can choose a date, right? You can choose a date, and then you can start assign the assignment to the based on that particular date. Okay, you can assign that assignment to one particular date. All right. So I think this is another interesting thing lah. So you don't have to wait for the date of the assignment to come, then only you upload. You can pre-upload everything based on the content planner. Okay. For those Instagrammer, for those who are doing online business, you can use this thing also. Okay, you can use this. For example, like you create a poster, and then you say you want to publish this to Instagram. So you can just choose Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, log into your Instagram, and then automatically Canva will upload the picture to your Instagram. Okay, same thing for assignment. Okay, just select a date. Okay, select a date, choose one assignment. All right, and then you share it to your student, Facebook ke whatnot ke. If not, you just change it, just put it here. All right, and then automatically it will be posted to your student. Okay, all right, let's say one assignment requires multiple files. Let's say I have one assignment, but inside the assignment I have multiple files. Maybe I have pictures, I have some extra reading material and whatnot. In order for them to complete the assignment, then you can create folder. Okay, then you can create folder. Okay, for example, like this is assignment number 1. Okay, assignment number 1, for my class, they can view, right? They can view, right? And then create and share folder. So what happens that inside this folder, you can dump everything. You can upload PDF, you can upload picture, and then you can also upload the design that you have created before. Okay, the design that you have created before. So this will become sort of like a folder for your assignment. Okay, because for example, like when I do assignment for my web programming, so sometimes I give them pictures, pre-described pictures for them to put in the website. So I need a folder to compile everything. Then I can use the folder. Again, I can use the folder. So every time I create a folder, the folder will appear in my classroom. See, assignment number 1. So when you click the class name, it becomes of like a dashboard lah. So this is your design. Okay, this is your folder. And then if you have a template for your assignment, then you can create it here. Create a template, right? Then you can manage your team. Okay, let's say if you want to remove a student or whatnot, you can just remove from the student and everything. Okay, and then groups if you want to create groups. Okay, for your design. So this is Canva education facility for collaborative and online learning. Okay, let's say at the end of the semester you have created the mark and everything. What you can do is that just go to Google Classwork. What you need to do, just if you want, you can just after each submission, you can just download the document. Okay, you can just download the document as PDF or whatnot. You keep it. Okay, you keep it for MQA or whatnot. Once everything done and whatnot, all you need to do just go back to your account setting. Okay, just go back to your account setting. Go to manage team, and then you can just delete the class. When you delete the class, the whole thing will be deleted, the assignment, the submission, everything. So it become a clean slate lah. But if you do not want to delete pun, no worries. Okay, you can reuse the class. Okay, you can just reuse the class. All you need to do, just click the name of the class. Okay, just go to home, click the name of the class. All you need to do, just delete all this design and everything. So everything will be deleted, and then go to groups. Go to people, and then remove all the current student. Okay, you can just remove them. Then you can recycle this. But the problem with this method is that the classwork will still appear because the classwork is bind to student. So you cannot delete them because the owner of this template is the student, not you, because they already create a copy of the template, right? So it will still appear here. So that's the messy part lah. So I tak tahu lah. Personally, I will just delete the class, that it will delete everything, so I can create a new slate for my next class or for my next cohort. Alright. Any question about this? Anybody would like to have further explanation or whatnot? So the steps are quite simple. Okay, first you need to create class. Just go to account setting, create class. Okay, go to billing and teams, and then create new class. Okay, after you create new class, you go back to your dashboard. Okay, you go back to your dashboard, click the name of your class, go to people, and then you can invite them. As I said, for open learning, you can invite them by link. Okay, just copy the link, post it in your open learning. For those who are using Google Classroom, just log into your Google Classroom directly using this button, and then it will import the name of all students, the email. Okay, from the Google Classroom, and then you can send invitation. Then the student will need to sign in manually via email. Okay, step 1. Step 2, just create your design. Okay, just create your design, and then step number 3, you just have to share the design with your classroom. So as I said, there are 3 methods for individual assignment. You can use share. Okay, share. Make sure that you use view so that each student will have their own template. Okay, or you can create new assignment, or you can share it directly with Google Classroom. For open learning, you can use assignment, or you can share the link. Up to you. Okay, for Google Classroom, we have another third method, which is just click Google Classroom. So for those who are using Microsoft Teams, you can still do the same. Okay, Microsoft Teams. And then for group work, okay, don't click assignment, don't click Google Classroom. The only method is by sharing. All right, and then if you want everybody to have their own template for the group work, then click Can View, copy the link and share the link. If you want everybody to use the same template working on the same file, and then choose scan edit, and then copy the link and share the link. So that will be for assignment. Okay, I think quite straightforward lah. Nothing much pun. Okay. Alright. Okay. Another thing that I want to share for this thing for today is this. Okay, let me just kill off this thing first. Right. Too many pages. Okay. Right. Presentation. Okay. Let's say if you want to do present, there are two types of present. Okay, they have presenter view and standard. If you choose standard, what happens that the slide will be automatically controlled by Canva. For example, like this. Okay, it will be automatically controlled by Canva, and then the user can see everything lah. Okay, that will be number one. Okay, usually for Canva, we use presenter view. Okay, when you click presenter view, what happens that Canva will create two pages for you. Okay, as you can see here, okay, there are two pages, right? So this is the audience view. So when you use Google Meet or when you use Zoom, when you want to share screen, you just share this particular screen. Okay, you just share this particular screen. But on the presenter side, you will have this. Okay, you can put notes, you can have notes, you can control your slide. And then I think you guys know, right? There are a few quite interesting shortcuts. For example, like if I want to see timer, all I need to do just press 1, 2, 3 up to 9. Or let's say if I want to take a 5-minute break, I just press B for ball. So it will blur the whole thing. Let me see. Right. It will blur the whole thing. Okay, let me put this side by side. Okay, so B for blur. So if I press B, so as you can see, right. And then the timer. So don't show the timer lah. And then let's say you want to have fun. Okay, you want the audience to be quiet. You just press Q. All right, you can just press Q. So this is not available in standard presentation. Okay. Okay, I will answer that later. And then bubbles. Okay, this is for student lah, just to have fun. Okay, confetti. Let's say you ask a student. Okay, let's say this is a question. And sorry. Presenter. Sorry. Presenter view. Okay, let's say I ask a student and then the student answer correctly, then I can use confetti. Oh, congratulations. Or if you want to announce something, you can just drum roll. Okay, so that is D. D confetti is C for cat, D for donkey. All right. So confetti, congratulations. So it's quite interesting. Okay, another interesting thing. If you use presentation with Canva, if you want to present your class and whatnot, you can use Canva Live. Okay, you can use Canva Live. So what is Canva Live? It's sort of like a Mentimeter, but it doesn't display the word cloud lah. So what happens that you just copy the invitation and then you share it with your audience. Okay, for example, like okay, this is the audience. Okay, so Canva Live. Okay, just go to Canva Live. Right, and then the audience can enter the code 638489. Okay, so 638489. Okay, let's say if the audience want to ask anything, Mr. Rizwan, why this? And alright, so what happens that I can see the question from the where is it? I can see the question from my side. So this is anonymous tau. So it's good lah for if you have a student, but your student they do not want to talk openly and whatnot, then you can use this. You can use this called Canva Live, Every statement is anonymous because the name is optional. Okay, the name is optional. Again, you can create a very interactive discussion when you do the presentation. All right, so that is one of the features provided by Canva lah. Right, I think this is quite interesting lah, quite nice lah. Because if you use Google Meet, for example, like Google Meet, sometimes people do not want to disclose their question and whatnot, right? So you can use this. You can use these features. Okay. Let's say if you want to move back to design, you just press escape and then you can go back to your design and then design back the whole thing and then just press back presentation. Okay. Then you are good to go. Okay, so I'm going to I think there's a few questions. Dr. Asom, can the teacher see who is the last editor for the file if the teacher save as can edit? Okay, if you do that, you cannot see the last person who edit. You can only see you can only see, for example, like, okay, let's say if I do this, I say can edit. Okay, can edit, save. Then I go back to my student account. I rasa tak boleh. I don't think you can see who is the last editor. But you can only see. Let me see, because I can only log into one student, so that's why I don't think you can see who is the last editor. No. However, let's say if you use the method in live class, in synchronous class, at least you can see the movement. Okay, for example, when the student edit, you can see the name move. Okay, so I think this is my student. Yeah, this is my student view. Okay, let me try. Okay, this is group 1 review. Okay, I need to go back. Group 1, edit. Okay, so when I write, you can see here. So the movement of this in live class. All right. So let's say if another student writes something, then you can see another box with the student's initial. ST, S is first name, T is last name. Based on Google, based on Gmail setting. Okay, student 2. So you can see that. But after everything's done, then you want to see who is the last editor. I don't think you have that facility at this moment. Right. So yeah. I hope that's answered Dr. Asaf's name. Is it compulsory for the student to have a Canva account? No, they don't have to. When you share the design to the student via email, what happens that it will ask the student to sign up automatically using the Gmail account. So when they click the link, then for first timer, they will say sign up Google account. So you just click the Google account. The Gmail option, automatically the Canva account will be created for the student. So it is not necessary for the student to have a Canva account prior to the class. Hi again, if two lecturers collaborate in both will be having a account, can I differentiate by me and the other lecturer like category or tagging in Canva? I haven't done that. Sharing, I do understand the scenario. Okay, for example, I can add. Let's say if I want to add Mr. Sugin in my, or I want to add Raihan ke Sugin ke whatnot. So what happens is that we can become co-owner, right? Because we can become co-owner. In that case, if what we need to do is that we need to copy. We need to create two copy of the same file. So meaning that when Sugin log into his Canva account, you will see one file, right, shared between you and me. So if you want to differentiate between your class and my class, what you can do is that you duplicate the file. So meaning that one file will become the master file, one file that you will use for your student. But later I will try to use co-owner, two lecturer, but without the same file. And then if we share, can we differentiate the class or not? I haven't done that because I haven't do co-sharing. But one thing for sure, what you can do is that when you log into your account, you can see one file already shared with you. You duplicate the file, so this will become the master file that I use. Then you can create your own file and then you can share it with your student. I think that will be one trick lah. But for Mr. Sugin question, I will do one simple experiment later that I will share with the rest of the members through email. Whether we can use one master file, but for different demo, for different class. I will do that for Mr. Sugin later. Thanks again for the question. Right. Any other question? Lecturer. Okay, I will do that later. Okay, any other thing? So I've shared you with how to share your assignment. I've shared with you on how to use the presentation mode. I think the presentation mode is quite interesting lah. If you feel like macam budak-budak lah, a bit lah sebabnya because Canva is meant for school children. Okay, the main focus is for school children. So that's why all the worksheet available and whatnot are for school children. Okay, but there are colleges tapi tak banyak lah. You can create your own. But I like the facility that they allow us to use. I mean the pictures, the template and everything. Okay, now before we go to the last part of today's sharing, okay, I want to share with you one thing. Canva code. Okay. So sometimes when you create a template, let's say you create a design. Okay, you create a design, let's say a blank presentation. Okay, let me kill off all this first. Okay, sometimes when let's say you go to element and then you say reading. Okay, reading. Okay, sometimes you choose one, right? For example, like you choose this picture. And then in the next slide or in the next design, you want to have the same look and feel, meaning that you want picture from the same group. So what you can do is that just go to this 3 dot over here, and then you click the name of the owner of the picture. So you can see here, this is brand. So what happens is that usually when you do that, you will get pictures that have nearly the same look and feel. So what happens that when you create the design in your Canva, you can use this, meaning that you can have a consistent look and feel for Canva, right? So I have a few that I really love. So this is one. I will share this later through email. So this is brand by, I don't know who's this guy. Lenny Kaufman. So as you can see, the look and feel is quite consistent, right? We have hijabis, we have pictures. So yeah, so this is interesting. And then for those who like another brand, the brand is actually the name of the owner. So see, you can see in terms of color. So this is watercolor, I think. Yeah, this is watercolor. See the look and feel are the same. Okay, and then we have this. This is some tips and tricks on how to create a consistent design lah. See, okay, this is 3D pictures. See, the look and feel are the same. All right, and then for those who like nature, okay, this is keyword lah. You can also search based on keyword. This is forest equilibrium. See, I like this. If you want to go to for nature, so this is nice. So you can have a consistent thingy. You can also search in other language. For example, like hari membaca. I think ada called book day or reading day, something like that. Then you can have that. Okay, book day. I think hari membaca tu. Aku Indonesia. You can use kawaii. Kawaii is cute in Japanese. Kawaii, I think. Okay, and then what all you need to do, just click one and then search for the name of the owner. then you will get the brand. Then you can get the same look and feel for every design. Okay, why do I show all of this? Because now we go to the ebook thingy. Okay, so now for those who would like to create an ebook, what you can do is that you can search for ebook template. Right, so there's a lot of ebook template here. And then in terms of sizing, okay, for size, there are a lot of, we have Kindle size, we have wig plate, wig pad, I think, something like that. When it comes to sizing, let me check one. Let me show you one. So I have this, let's say, customize this template. Let's say I want to create an ebook. Okay, and then you want to resize it. So when you resize, search for ebook. No. Kindle. Mana dia? Sorry, ebook. Ebook covers. Actually, you can change the size based on brand. Kindle, wig plate. I think Kindle from Amazon and things like that. Okay, but if you do not want to scratch your head, just search for A4. A4 document. Senang. Okay, just go for A4 document and then create a blank document and then you can start create your ebook. So once you create your ebook, okay, okay, now I'm going to share my experience on ebook and then marketplace in USM. Other marketplace like Amazon marketplace and whatnot, I haven't tried it yet. I don't know what are the procedure. But for USM marketplace, they call it as Indie at USM. Okay, so this is Indie at USM. Okay, so what they need is that they need a camera ready PDF. So their part, they will only publish the books. They will look at your book, at your completed book. They will review the content. If the content is suitable to their guideline, then they will publish the book. Then you can set the price. The market, what happens at USM will go with profit sharing 60-40. Quite big, tapi it's okay lah. 60% for us, 40% for USM. Then you can start publish the ebook like this lah. Okay, so now on our part, as a self-publishing publisher, what you need is that you need to create your book and then convert to your PDF. So let me share my personal book. I haven't published this yet. This is only for fun actually. I got bored. Okay. Yep, this is my book. Okay, this is, I think the size is A4 size design. I think A4 design. So I'm publishing haiku. It's a Japanese poem. Okay, I love haiku. So I create my own haiku. So this is, as you can see, the design of the book. It has the same look and feel because I'm using from the same brand. Okay, I'm using from the same brand. So first your front page, and then of course you need the copyright page. Actually, in ebook, you don't need to have a copyright page because in any art or any creative writing product, once you write anything, automatically it is yours, right? Unless you plagiarize lah. But you can this copyright statement, I take it from a legal website. They give us a few sample of copyright statement which you can just cut, copy, paste, and then you can put a disclaimer lah. For example, in this case, this book shall only be distributed for non-commercial usage and purposes only. Right, so this is the page. Right, you can create statistic, Python. Mr. Suki love startup. Then Mr. Suki can share your startup experience. Now, if you want to have anything lah. So yeah, haiku is for those who don't know haiku is a 17 syllable poem. It's a 575 Japanese poem. It can only have 5 syllable for the first line, 7 syllable for the second line, another 5 syllable for the third line. Okay, so I like this. Okay, so once you are done, once everything is okay, looks nice and whatnot, then you PDF it. Okay, that would be step number 1 to design your ebook. Then number 2.
This one.
Yes.
One is ready, you must share with us.
Boleh. Kalau share terus bayar. Kalau nak free pergi USM. Okay, step number 2, you go to Perpustakaan Negara Malaysia website, depository.pnm.gov.my. I put it here lah. Don't worry, I will share this with everybody later. Okay, sorry, too big. Depository.pnm.gov.my. So what you do here, first you need to sign up for an account. Everything is free here, don't worry. Sign up for your account, and then what you need to apply for ISBN. So in this case, since we are creating an ebook, so you need to apply for EISBN. Alright, where is it? EISBN. Okay, you need to apply. But it is not compulsory. But if you do not want to have ISBN number, then tak ada ISBN number lah. But if you have ISBN number, what happens is that your book will be recorded in Perpustakaan Negara. So meaning that there will be a copy of your book in Perpustakaan Negara. You are required to submit one copy to Perpustakaan Negara for recording purposes. Alright, and then you can also apply for PDP. PDP is the structure of the knowledge content. So sometimes in books you can see this thingy, right? This writing. So this basically explains to the librarian how to catalog your file, how to catalog your book. So this call it as PDP. Alright. So you apply for EISBN, and then you apply for PDP, so that if you sell your books to librarian or any library buy your books, and then they want to catalog or categorize your book, they will follow this. This is given by Perpustakaan Negara. Okay, and then these applications are free. Right. So design your book, apply for ISBN. Next step will be just go to indiework@usm.my. indiework.usm.my. Okay, and then sign up as not customer, sign up as a seller. Okay, seller. Sign up as a seller, and then upload your book. I think it will take around 7 days for USM to review the book. If everything is okay, then they will publish your book here. Okay, to ensure that there's nobody can copy your book, so the book can only be read through this website. Okay, for example, like if I log in as a customer, okay, I buy a book, one free book before. Okay, there's a lot of free book here, so interesting. So if you want to read the book, you can only read the book from this website. So if you use a mobile phone, then you can only see this. So meaning that it will not allow anybody to copy and download your file and distribute it for free lah. So if you want to see Prof Zul latest book is this, 25 Ways to Teach Students to Think. So this is his latest book, Prof Karim, for RM26. Banyak tau, children's book, RM5, RM20, RM10, RM1. Ada yang free books, no? I think this is a good startup lah. Once you get familiar with this, then you can venture out to Amazon Kindle, no? Create a book based on Kindle version, and then sell it over Amazon. Then people might be interested. Right. So starting from Canva, design your books and everything. Go to Perpustakaan Negara, apply for ISBN, but this step is optional. As I mentioned, this is optional. Then go to indie@USM and then publish and sell your books. Right. But be careful, any kind of plagiarism, USM will not be wholly responsible because they are just marketplace provider. So any issues related to plagiarism and whatnot will go back directly to you as the author of the book. So you have to be very careful with that. Alright, I think that's all my sharing for today. 11:41. Okay lah, 1 hour as expected. Anything that I can help with, questions or whatnot?
Rizwan, thank you a lot for this, very informative. I have one question. If let's say I'm currently using IMW account, and let's say I plan to switch account, so which means I have all my work in the IMW account.
Correct.
Is it possible to transfer all my work to another account, which I can switch?
The only way you can do that is just to share. Meaning that let's say you have
Share.
let's say you have sugit@gmail.com kan, and then you have sugit@iumw. So what you need to do, you just open one design that you want, and then you share with
So,
Sugin, and then from Sugin account you copy the file, you duplicate the file.
duplicate, so
Duplicate because once I delete this, the shared file will also disappear. So what you need to do, you share and then you duplicate.
okay.
Share and duplicate. So that's the only way you can transfer. I tried because I tried to transfer this to my personal account. The only way I can do that is only through sharing and duplicate.
Okay.
Okay, all right, Chun. Any other things I can help with?
Tuan, thank you very much.
I doubt.
Very informative sharing. And I would like to ask, okay, if I use Canvas, like based on experience to create the ebook, will there be a copy in their cloud also?
Copy in the Canva cloud?
Yeah.
That will be your master copy lah, like this one, right? The master copy. Let's say if you're done with this, you don't want to edit this anymore, you just delete lah.
Okay, I see.
So once delete, that's it lah. Canva will not have any copy of this lah. Actually, I was thinking to myself, let's say if I use this, how Canva will know whether my design is under education or pro or what not, because there is no indication of it, no. But then again, in case if somebody report, then I die lah. As long as nobody report, then I can sell it lah. But I think let's not lah. For education purposes, we cannot sell the product, the end product.
I see. Is it safe if we adopt all the picture from Canvas?
Okay, let's say okay. One way to play around with that, you can try not to use the element in Canva, but you can export the picture from, let's say, Pexel, Pixabay, those who are free and can be used for commercial. So what you need to do, just download all the file, download all the pictures, and then you upload to Canva. Use upload media here. And then you upload all the file into Canva, and then you put it inside your ebook. That one you can sell because you don't use any Canva free material, right? I'm talking about the EDU version, but if it is a free version, for example, like the one without the word EDU, the one that is free. Okay, for example, let's say I search for forest lah. Okay, forest. Okay, this one, right? The one without EDU. Okay, this one free. So if my book only consists of free item like this, then I can sell it. No worries. See, if you look at the term here, there. This is video. There. You can use this in marketing or social media, or even sell merchandise without restriction. Use this video safely in Canva design for personal or commercial use. See, if it is free, stated clearly free, then you can sell it. But usually free tak cantik lah.
I see.
Alright.
Thank you very much.
No worries, Doc.
I think the Rizwan can show the integration, the Pexel and Pixabay.
Pixabay.
Yeah.
Okay, for pictures, if you go, okay, one more thing.
More, right? There's a more button.
There's a more button. Go to photo. Okay, photo. Okay, photo. By default, it will automatically integrate with Pixabay. Okay, let's say if I say kid lah boy, children. So for photo, automatically it is connected to Pixabay. Okay, it is connected to Pixabay. EDU is the paid version, and then you can get the free version lah. You can also link it to link it to Pexel. Okay, Pixabay actually no need, because when you search in photo, mana tadi photo?
Atas.
Template element photo. If you search in photo, actually all this picture come from Pixabay. automatically. But let's say if you want to search from others, then you can go for Pexel, Facebook, your own Facebook account, your own Instagram account ke. So there are a lot more here. We have Bitmoji, Brand
So,
Fetch.
so which means in Edu account they are
Uh-huh.
giving more
More integration lah.
more contents lah, right?
More
So
contents.
because I'm using the free account in my mobile app,
Tak ada as money.
like more is like the premium means you need to pay.
You need to pay.
So,
But this one it is already integrated for free lah.
okay.
And then another new features provided by Canva is called video editing. Okay, if you like to create video, so I don't want this. Okay, just for fun, let me show something before we end. Video editing. I think this was introduced enhanced version lah a few months ago. Video. Then you can create your own video. You can use their video. Okay, you can use their own their video. There's a music that you can put in audio. Okay, for background music. Okay, see these are all the audio prepared for you. There's a lot of audio you can search, or you can upload your own video and then edit. Okay, so the edit version you can cut. You can play around lah. So this is a new version by Canva. They call it as video editing. I think that you can do more than this. I think so. Just need to check the features. Just for a short video, okay lah, not bad lah. You can still do this. Then you can put you can put text and everything. Okay.
Okay, I have one question. Does it allow, because I'm using free account, so I'm not sure with I do, so that's why I'm checking. Does it allow us to upload our own video or audio?
Can. Just go to upload. Then here you can upload everything. You can upload video, audio. Yes, you can upload video, audio on from your Google Drive ke, from your Instagram ke, doesn't matter. Then you can put it in Canva. Then you can create a new product from it lah.
So which means we need to download into our
local, and then you can upload to your Canva. Or if you keep it in this four thing, Facebook, Instagram, Dropbox, and also Google Drive. That one you can just drag, connect automatically lah.
Okay.
Okay, for example, like this is Google Drive, right? You can connect directly lah.
Okay.
So I think Canva is getting better lah. Right. I think that's all for today. Thank you. I think no more.
I have one last question.
Yes.
Okay. Let's say when I create a work for the students, right? When I send the email ID, share, right? So which means when the student got the link, if they wish to switch to another account to log in and then do the work,
cannot because the link is already tied to your class.
Okay, which means let's say he has a Canva account created using another email, personal email. But for this work, I'm asking him to use his student email. So how it works?
Okay, let's say like the student insists that he doesn't want to use his student email, right? Because he already has a Canva. So what you need to do, you go to your class dashboard, you go to people, and then you need to add using his personal email.
Okay, that is because I don't know whether what email. Okay, for example, I just want to know the process. Like, if let's say I already enroll his student email, so when I send, and when he try to click, and the Canva will automatically show his existing account, or it will ask him to create a
he will choose. He will sign up for the first time. Canva will ask the student to choose sign up using Google and whatnot. So
it will show the account, right? Okay.
But if he click since he clicked the link from the student account, so if he click Google option, automatically it will sign up as IUMW account.
Okay, so it will create like a what?
So
okay.
Correct. It will be easier like that lah.
Okay. Okay, thanks a lot, Rizwan.
Okay,
You
no
answered
worries.
all the questions.
All right, cool.
Okay.
So before we end to this class, just a quick feedback if you want to give it, because our boss Dr. Rahim want to capture some feedback. So we really appreciate if you can give feedback based on this link, bit.ly Canva feedback. Let me put it in the chat section. Okay, that would be number one, feedback. And then number two, I want to share with you guys one YouTube channel. I think this channel is very interesting. Okay, channel. The name of the channel is New Education Tech Classroom. Okay, this guy here. Okay, as you can see here, they share a lot of things. Latest one on Canva, latest one on Screencastify. So Screencastify, you can use it as an extension to Google Chrome. What happens that they already upgrade their facility. If you look carefully, if you subscribe, it looks like a panopto. It look exactly like panopto. Very interesting. Okay, you can use that. And then there's a lot of other blended learning, flipped classroom learning. So this is very interesting channel. I just found out a few weeks ago. So have a look into this. Okay, new EdTech classroom. Okay, new EdTech classroom. Okay, that's it. So for those who want to use to create video, no, you do not want to use okay, just Screencastify. I think they upgrade a lot of things. You can even see who view your video and things like that. Okay, so Screencastify. So please have a look into that. Right, thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Sorry for taking extra 20 minutes from your time. So again, really appreciate if you can send your feedback from the to the form, and then so that we can so our team can improve our session. So next in the list will be Mr. Hafiz. He's going to share with us a few education technology app which he used in his class. So for those who are interested, just wait for the next session in the coming weeks to come. All right, thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for